It's the final day of the opening, where 166 of the top high school players in the country are competing in a 7-on-7 tournament at Nike World headquarters. Among them are this year's Elite 11 quarterbacks, and later today, the Elite 11 MVP will be crowned. The first day of 7-on-7 saw some quarterbacks rise and others fall, but as they head into the playoffs, dominant play could still land a number of QBs at the top spot.
All right, let's go.
Justin Fields has probably put himself in the lead.
All right, we're ready.
Trevor Lawrence is obviously still there. I still think Matt Corral, maybe a guy or two has an outside chance. Now is when it starts counting. And certain guys are going to put too much pressure on themselves and continue to be inconsistent. Other guys are going to want to trust themselves, which has been the theme, and play well.
The 7-on-7 playoffs kick off with a visit by three-time Super Bowl champion Willie McGinnis.
I played with one of the most competitive dudes, which some of you guys are looking at now calling the GOAT. But he didn't always start out as the GOAT. That's Tom Brady. You will never hear him talk about how great he is or his accomplishments. He will never put himself before his teammates. Fellas, you guys play the most important position on the field. You guys are the leaders. Always make it about team.
The final day will offer an opportunity for Virginia Tech commit Quincy Patterson. Patterson plays in a run-heavy offense back home in Chicago and came into the Elite 11 finals ranked number 23 and a long shot to make it to the opening. But he defied the long odds and earned a spot.
Hey, we on now, come on!
Patterson struggled to get the offense going on the first day of 7-on-7 and looks to rebound as the playoffs begin.
Now let's tie our feet to our eyes and be disciplined with our reads. Yes? And trust yourself. When you see it, let it rip, you know?
Ready to go.
Here's Patterson. And that's picked off.
Yeah, he stared down his wide receiver right there.
He's been a hair late on things, and that happens when a lot of times you take quarterbacks who played in the offense he's been, a lot of high school guys, and put them in this type of environment.
Patterson's performance during the playoffs looks a lot like the first day, and his hopes for Elite 11 MVP fade away.
The Elite 11 process taught me to trust myself and just keep learning. You know, football is relatively new to me. You know, it's a lot of guys here that have been playing since they were like 7, whereas I started playing at like the age of 13.
You will be unstoppable if you just keep on growing. And don't let little setbacks like this rock your world one bit. Was it maybe too much to expect for him to play at a super high level all the time? Maybe, but he played at a high level at times, and I think he's grown as much as anybody.
The future for me is winning the national championship with Virginia Tech, hopefully going pro. If not, my mechanical engineering degree will take me through.
Coming into the Elite 11 finals, Trevor Lawrence out of Cartersville, Georgia, was the consensus #1 quarterback and the clear favorite to win MVP. But after struggling on the first day of 7-on-7s at the opening, he fell from his top spot, and Justin Fields, who impressed yesterday with his dominant play, is now #1. Lawrence can still win MVP, but he'll need a big day in order to make a run.
He's so talented, and this is part of the learning process for him. There's a time when talent just taps out, and you have to play with the discipline it takes when you're playing against the great players he's playing against.
I feel good, though. I'm going to ball out.
But Lawrence will have to wait to get snaps, as head coach Craig Nall gives the start to University of Kentucky commit JARREN Williams, who was out of the MVP race, but had a good performance on day 1.
I think JARREN's had a little bit more success, so he's going to start the game. Maybe they kind of feed off of each other by switching it up a little bit. Let's go, let's have some fun now. Let's go, a little tempo to the line.
Hey, come on, JARREN. Let's go. They can't stop us. Keep working them, JARREN.
Williams throws 1 touchdown pass in the first.
Let's go, JARREN.
And Trevor Lawrence comes in after halftime.
Second half, Trevor Lawrence's half for Savage Pro.
Blue A's, they go. I was honestly kind of mad about the other game, so I wanted to play a lot better and show people that I can play a lot better than I did.
Lawrence looking down the sideline and delivers a dime.
Lawrence's first drive is surgical, as he rips 1 completion after the next.
Blue A's, they go.
Lawrence 3 for 3 on this drive. How about 4 for 4 touchdown, Savage Pro?
Right. Good eyes by Trevor Lawrence to find his guy and put it where just he could catch it.
I'm back. I'm back.
But Trevor Lawrence isn't done yet.
Lawrence just dealing in this half. And another one for #1.
Good job. Atta baby.
Lawrence's big second half performance leads his team to the win, and jumps him right back into the MVP conversation.
He wasn't thinking anymore. He was just kind of reacting. He'd see it and let it go. It was just great to see.
I had a way better game than I did earlier. I kind of got fought that adversity. Bro, this energy, this is what we need every game.
Here at the opening, the nation's best high school football players are encouraged to express themselves. And a break in the action provides time to show some moves in a different way. But this week wouldn't be complete without another surprise visit from a wildly popular NFL star.
OBJ! No!
But soon, the mayhem gives way to the competition. There are more games to be played and an MVP to crown. 7-on-7 playoffs roll on.
We are set for our first semifinal. It is Team Vapor Speed against Team Mach Speed.
Formerly committed to Penn State, Justin Fields shows why he's the top-ranked quarterback in the competition.
Another great read by Fields. There we go.
The Kennesaw, Georgia native is yet to verbally agree to another school, although schools like Georgia, Florida State, and LSU seem to be the leaders in the field sweepstakes.
Seems as though he's got a different type of skill set, maturity. Everything he does looks really easy.
Nice, go vertical.
Motion 2, gun empty right, gone right, Smith, Z backline. On 1-on-1, ready?
All right, here we go, fellas. Let's go. Let's get it.
Fields got to let it go, and he does. Ball in the air, and number 30, Luke Ford, hauling in the TD.
Yeah.
Second one of the day for Justin Fields.
Fields secures an easy win, completing 19 passes, 3 of which for touchdowns.
Deep ball from Justin Fields to Justin Shorter, and just like that, another touchdown.
I'm having a great time out here, just enjoying it, but we still have more work to do. We just have to stay consistent.
Let's go!
UCLA commit Dorian Thompson-Robinson had a lot to prove heading into the Elite 11 competition. He has never started a high school game at quarterback, having backed up one of the nation's top QBs, Tate Martell, at Bishop Gorman in Nevada for the last few years. But a strong finals and a big first day at the opening have him in the MVP discussion.
We will blow this team out if we get catches. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
DTR has been sharing playing time with teammate Matt Corral out of Long Beach Poly, a factory for pumping out NFL talent. Corral has been one of the top quarterbacks throughout the Elite 11 process.
Me and Dorian have a goal when we came here, and we wanted to win the championship before. As soon as we got the teams assigned, I texted Dorian and I said, we're not going home without a championship.
What is to go?
DTR comes in hot and makes a splash right off the bat.
Thompson-Robinson, and Jalen Hall makes the snag.
Good catch, Jalen. Good catch, Jalen.
Dorian, start using your eyes, okay? The mic's still creeping. Put it all together. Put it all together.
DTR's story to me has been the same this whole thing. You have to play a lot to get comfortable. Your eyes need to be trained to see what is open, what isn't open.
DTR, no, that's an INT.
Because he can get it anywhere, he decides to all the time, instead of just taking some of the boring stuff.
I know I'm keep saying it, forgot. He's Glover and him right here. Tight end return. 1, 2, 3.
DTR's outing doesn't go as planned as he throws 2 picks in the first half. Teammate Matt Corral steps in and has success right away.
Corral, cannon, and a catch. That's going for 6.
That's what we love about Matt Corral. That arm talent is off the charts and everybody's fired up.
But his second half touchdown is his only score, and he struggles to get any more offense going.
I think Matt gets away with being a gunslinger, and it looks awesome when it works. When it doesn't, it kind of bites you.
Hesitates, looking for a big play, but doesn't find it. And that's probably going to do it for Corral.
Neither Corral or Thompson-Robinson show enough in the loss to remain in the MVP debate.
Damn.
For them, the Elite 11 experience comes to an end.
It was definitely a needed experience. I needed to get out here and kind of see what I was like when live bullets come on and playing against top competition like I'm going to be playing against this season.
Things don't always go the way you wanted, but this thing's over. And on to my senior season. I'm looking forward to having a good season with my boys back home.
Love you guys. I really appreciate the time, man.
The 7-on-7 playoffs continue at the opening as #1 quarterback Justin Fields takes on #2 Trevor Lawrence in a rematch from day 1, where Fields came out on top. In order to win the Elite 11 MVP, Lawrence will have to prove why he was the consensus #1 quarterback coming into the Elite 11 process. And But for Justin Fields out of Kennesaw, Georgia, an impressive win will all but seal it.
This thing is a two-man race. It's between you two. When it comes to MVP, you guys both made it very clear you guys wanted to win it. You've separated yourself. It's not just how you play. It's how you handle the up and downs. It's how you handle your team. It's how you handle the bigness of this. Good luck. All right, have a great one. Good luck.
Hey, let's go Winston, 25-ish.
Savage Pro head coach Craig Nall, who started University of Kentucky commit JARREN Williams earlier in the day, will give the nod to Lawrence this time around.
Knowing that Trevor's in the race for the MVP, you know, he deserves a chance to really go out there and continue that improvement he made from one game to the next.
One-on-one, ready?
Yeah. Here we go.
We definitely can still make a run on this. It's kind of a clean slate too, though, so I should come out here and do pretty well, I think.
On the opposite sideline, Justin Fields' squad, who won 26-0 the first time around against Lawrence. The game plan seems simple.
Really just do the same thing as yesterday and just execute, you know, run the right routes, the right depth, and just complete passes.
Green Eggs, go.
Oh, nice, Trevor.
Lawrence comes out of the gate having some success completing passes. But before he could put up points, the defense comes up big.
Lawrence's pass ends up in the hands of Caden Stearns, interception.
Justin Fields has the ball.
Wide, let's go.
And makes Lawrence pay for his costly turnover.
Justin Fields finding Justin Shorter for the easy score.
Once again, Lawrence needs to rebound to keep his MVP chances alive.
Short of the first down, not enough. Lawrence goes to Kevin Austin. That one's on the ground, incomplete, and a turnover on down.
Got some long arms.
He does.
Wide, let's go.
Meanwhile, Justin Fields continues to shine.
Fields has moved forward in the intermediate, and he's off to the pylon, in for the touchdown.
Let's go. Hey, let's go. Same thing on one-on-one. Ready? Let's go.
I'm gonna take the safety with.
But down 14-0, Trevor Lawrence is not done.
There we go.
And his talent shows.
Lawrence and Savage Pro down 2 scores. He looks to his right, throws to his left. That one complete. Keeps the chains moving. Lawrence wants a TD.
Same thing. There you go.
And he gets it at Ross. Same play.
Nice shot.
With a TD pass, Justin Fields' mock speed is now only up by 1 score. But Fields comes right back and answers.
Spread right, call on one-on-one, ready?
Justin Fields with the easy fade to the right side of the end zone for Solomon Enos.
It's almost ridiculous what he's been able to do. He has this ability because of his makeup where nothing bothers him. He's that quiet assassin that at the big moments, he's executed almost perfectly on all those.
With time running out, it's all but the end for Trevor Lawrence and his hopes for MVP.
Let me qualify this by saying there is no doubt that Trevor Lawrence is going to play football for lots of years. He is wildly talented. He has a great makeup, but he got a little undisciplined at times, and he'd be the first to tell you that. And what he's going to learn from this is too much is given, much is expected. And he's been given as much as anybody from a talent standpoint. And as he grows in the position, I have tons of confidence that he's going to be an incredible football player.
I'm sure. I mean, everyone wanted to win, so I'm sure we're a little upset, but it's been a lot of fun. It's been a great experience that I won't forget. I've learned a lot, and it's fun to get to play with these guys.
Final score on field 1, Team Mock Speed 35, Savage Pro 6.
After 2 days of 7-on-7, Justin Fields has a 73% completion percentage with 11 touchdowns and no interceptions. The Kennesaw, Georgia native looks to be a lock for Elite 11 MVP, but before he can be crowned, his team Mock Speed takes the field for a final time. They will face Team Vapor Speed, led by TCU commit Justin Rogers, whose body of work was not enough for MVP consideration, but looks to play the role of spoiler.
Got here, man.
This one is for the opening championship.
Squad on 3. 1, 2, 3, squad!
The game is televised live on NFL Network and attracts some impressive visitors.
It's always great to see the next generation of kids. You know, every year you see kids that you've seen here or worked with at this camp getting drafted. So, yeah, I'm sure some of these kids will be playing on Sundays eventually. Tails it is. They deferring to the second half.
So y'all scared? We scared. All right, bro. Good luck.
No, he's saying he ain't scared. He's saying he want to see you first.
Let's go. All right, let's see it. Tough fry, 3 jet breeze, twist, H burst on 1-on-1, ready? Yeah.
Justin Fields is ready to start the championship game of the opening 7-on championship.
After a dominant weekend, Justin Fields doesn't skip a beat and begins to shred the opposing defense once again.
Justin Fields on second down, wide open, touchdown, team mock speed.
He's just absolutely dominated. I mean, I don't know if we've seen a performance like this.
Double right, H out, F Bertram, Z Wilson on 1-on-1, ready?
Almost every drive he executes ends up in a touchdown. He's just really had an exceptional time here.
Justin Fields, you give him time, he's gonna hurt you. So 2 drives, 2 scores.
Well, it just looks like one team is a little overmatched, and you know this quarterback is throwing dimes. I'm sure there's at least 6-7 teams in our league that are taking. Why they go?
Justin Fields throws 5 touchdown passes.
Got him.
Wow, what a pass and what a snag.
Did that just happen?
You couldn't ask for a better pass.
And Mock Speed is crowned 2017 champions at the opening.
The celebration begins.
Give it up for Team Mock Speed. 31-15 victory over Team Vapor Speed.
And a Gatorade pass.
And with such a dominant performance, it only seemed right that Fields be given his honor in front of a live national television audience.
All right, Red Lewis here with some talented quarterbacks.
I'm pretty sure I'm the least talented quarterback on set right now. I'll introduce you to the 2017 Elite 11 MVP, Justin Fields from Harrison, Georgia. First time he's heard that, congratulations, buddy. He's done an incredible job, not just this weekend, but through the entire process. One of the more special kids we've had a chance to coach.
Justin, congratulations, man. How have you taken it all in? What's this experience been like for us? Describe it.
This experience has just been just crazy. You know, just getting out here and just being able to compete with the best in the country is definitely a one-in-a-lifetime experience.
Can I just get you to make me one promise? First day of school, the fall this year, I need you to wear that shirt.
Yeah?
All right.
He might do it.
As the opening comes to a close, so does the Elite 11 competition. A 5-month journey that identified some of the nation's top arm talent and taught lessons that will be remembered for a lifetime.
What a journey. And to us, all of us, that's the most important thing. We built the theme of trust because we learned and we decided that if you trust yourself, you'll feel good about yourself. Hopefully we gave you some tools to trust yourself even more. If I was a coach in college football, I could close my eyes and I could go like this. And I point to any one of you, any single one of you, and I would trust you to run my program. Thanks, you guys. Bring it on in. Coaches, I say elite, you say 11, we do it 3 times. Elite! 11! Elite! 11! Elite! 11! All right, let's take a picture.